Good afternoon. I'm still not accustomed to having customers. Long story. Give me just one moment. I'm going to put this over to the side. It's quite fragile. Very, very fragile. Millions of years old. Thank you. I promise it won't take up too much of your time. I'll be right back. So, long story short, the two previous owners, I don't know if you've ever come in here before. You have? Oh, so you knew the previous owners. Well, I have no idea what happened to them. But you don't need it. Nothing in the news. Even the person I bought this from the bank knew nothing. So, I have no idea either. Couldn't tell you. But business opportunity arose, and I jumped in. This place went up for sheriff's sale, and I purchased it. And I couldn't be happier. I mean, gotta pick up all the shambled pieces that they left behind. But all right. Well, how can I help you today? You brought some items in to be appraised. Very well. Let me get my self arranged here. Alright. So, what is the first item that you have for me today? Oh, very interesting. Oh, really? So these have been passed down to you through your family, as well as everything else that you... Do you mind if I examine it a little closer? Just to make sure everything is legitimate. Okay. Definitely feels like it's the right material for the box. Let's see, hearts, squared, linen, eagle, non-parallel, pharaoh cards, squared. Let's see, New York Card Company, Samuel Hart and Company, 43rd Street, John Street, New York. Okay, it seems to be accurate. Wow, it even has, let's see if you look here. See this seal. Now, a lot of times, this seal will be completely gone, or it will have bits and pieces of it still sticking there. Same thing goes for vintage packs of cigarettes. They have a seal very similar to this. and the same process. But this one definitely seems to be in better condition than most that I've seen. It just has a little tear from from pushing in. So your typical pack of playing cards or poker cards, they usually open up from the top and the bottom. Well, the old-fashioned Pharaoh cards actually opened up from the side, just one side, where you'll find the seal. Do you mind if I open these? I promise to be quite gentle. I do, in fact. The company was established in 1849. These, once I take a look at them, I can give you a better estimate of the exact time frame. Nice and gentle. There we go. Okay, so let me take a look at this here. Manufactured by Diamond Star Card Company. Alright. Don't want to bend it too far. Okay. Just put light pressure on it. And I'm going to hold it back like that. Now see, it does have a wax coat, so that should help the strength of the box. Okay. Now, a little bit of history about these cards. So as you can see here, none of them have numbers on them. Printing numbers on the card didn't come till later on down the line. So that means these are early cards. Now, I can see there's some wear and tear, some staining and whatnot. See, like on the back of the card here. But that's to be expected. Something like this survives since the 1800s. And look, even the Queen is quite different than the Queen printed on the cards nowadays. Okay. Here, seem to be legitimate. The card stock seems to be just about right. Not too thick, not too flimsy. And the printing. that's another thing. Decorations didn't come till later on. They'd be just blank on the back. Now this is definitely an early design. The blue, on the little blue stitching designs. The little, what would they be? Little square tiles, perhaps. Little square tiles. But yeah, they seem to be about as real as they get. Now, I would date these. I'd say these were probably from around say about anywhere from 1850 to 1855. I can just buy, the design on the back. It's also missing numbers, so that means it's early, but late. Okay, try to be really, really careful with these. Now, I would price these at, with the condition that they're in right now, I would probably pay you about $150. Now here at the shop, I'd probably make about $200. Since you have the card set, I'm not surprised that you have a dominoes set as well. Now I'm gonna guess these are elk bone, oxhorn. Well, it is a very beautiful set. Let me just place that there, and then I can put this right here, very gently. Okay. Alright, so let's just see if they're all here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, this side in a nice orderly fashion. We can take a look at them and see if they're real. Let's take a look and see if it's real. Sure does look pretty realistic to me. Very convincing. Very convincing. I am about 85% sure that these are legitimate American Civil War era dominoes. I would estimate the value of this set at about anywhere from $150 to $200, depending on who you talk to. But it is a very nice set. Again, not many, not much wear and tear, stains, scratches, scuffs, chips. It's a very nice set. So what else do you have for me today? I saw you brought quite a few things in. You must be kidding. I have been searching for one of those for the longest time. I must see it. Let me just, I'll trade you. You hold on to that, and I'll take this. I can't believe I'm holding this right now. Okay, well, the hinges. Let's take a look at this here. So, of course, the hinges are very nice. Not a lot of rust. Same thing with the side straps. Little metal side straps here. And again here. And then it has this nice little latch. I can't believe how good a shape this is in. It opens with a breeze. And you can even lock it too. Now back then, you know, there was these tiny little locks. They looked very, very beastly for what they were. Skeleton key and all. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to move this one over. So, look at that. Wow, the mirror's intact. Now, usually, the mirror, this mirror right here, is usually completely shattered, or it's cracked, chipped, or some of the, the reflector on the back starts to, break away. So you'll have, bald spots in there, just looking in the blackness. But, wow, just amazing. This little kit. So, it was passed down through your family? Yeah. And you don't know what this is. I mean, it's kind of obvious. It is either a Union or Confederate officers' maintenance kit, personal maintenance, or a refresh kit, or a powdering kit, or a shaving kit, even. But look at this. Even has things in here. Oh, just so excited. So let's take a look at some of this here and see if it's legitimate. Okay, so that is that a plastic or is it metal? That is a metal seal. Okay, so the brush so far seems to be pretty legitimate. The hairs, they feel coarse, like horsehair. Now let's take a peek here. Yeah. Here, take a look. So, you can see there. You can see how the hairs look like actual hairs and not like plastic. You see? So, I do believe this is a legitimate shaving cream brush. Wow, it's an amazing shape as well. Okay, let's see what else we have here. We have another one. Looks like this one might have been an add-on. Yeah, that's neat though. Let's see. The scissors appear to be sounds as well. We have a little rubber stopper there. That wouldn't have existed. Now this, on the other hand, these cones are of the time frame. They'd be made of acacia wood. And they had these, fancy curves, just your mustache, your beard. And there's two different sizes, you see, small and large. Large bristles. They're usually for, things like very long coarse hair or a big old thick beard, getting really deep in there. Then of course, we have the small tooth. And of course this here is just, once you pull out all the knots and the leftover hardtack and beef stew, then you take this comb through. So yeah, I think these might be legitimate. Very nice. Now, looks like we have a little sharpening stone, as well as a bar of soap right here. Let's see if this is... Yeah. Now, one neat thing here, it has these really neat little compartments here. See? And then you can store stuff in there. Same thing with this side right here. Now, let's take a peek at what's in these little compartments. Starting with this one. Oh, what's this? So it looks like we have ourselves an older style razor. This is definitely an add-on to this kit. It would not have been originally in there. As with these little boxes of razors. Now they are tiny little razors, tiny little boxes. Okay. let's see what's on this side. Here we go. This looks a little more promising. Okay, so this right here, this would have been an accurate razor for this kit. The straight razor. Ah, yes. And then see, we can just like so. Okay. Alright, so let me put everything back in here. And then I will let you know what I think. Alright, well, I think that's about it. So, this kit, I have gone over everything, top to bottom, from top to bottom, side to side with this kit. And I can officially say this is 100% legitimate, minus the few items that have been added on. I would value this kit with the original contents that it does have at around anywhere from $500 to $800. Me personally, I am considering the purchase. Would you like to trade for anything? We have so many things here that you can trade this for. You think about it. Okay. Well, you do that. I see you have one more item here. I'll trade you again. What is this little box here? You see it's hinged right there. It has these nice, beautiful little brass corner couplets. I've always loved that. Wood with the brass added on. And it has this little knob right here. It's a tiny little knob. Should we pull the knob? Okay. Let us pull the little knob. Oh, it's a little drawer. Oh, it comes all the way out. A little drawer full of wax. Let's put that back in there for now. Okay, well, let us open this up. Oh, that is a very nice kit. So this here, if it's legitimate, this is a wax seal, usually used by sea captains, military officers. It's that type of kit that can just be, out and about in the field for when you have to wax stamp something. Now I love how it has this green felt. Just makes it that much more fancier. Kind of like my magnifying glass box here. This is really soft, velvety, beautiful green felt. It's very soft to the touch. But, so, let's take a look at these items. There's 3 items in here. Well, 4, if you count what's in the drawer. This right here, this is your wax seal. Okay, has this neat, nifty little handle made out of wood. It has interchangeable seals, as a matter of fact. If I can unscrew it, might as well just let it there. It doesn't want to come off, so if it's legit, I can understand why. It's probably been used a gazillion times. It's a star. A little star here. It's a little Patrick starfish. It didn't really have to be any fancy emblems or anything. A lot of people had their family crests put on a stamp. Then boom. And then of course we have your wax spoon. This is how you're going to melt your wax. And as you can see, there's actually some still in there. So, and again, beautiful wood, dark wood with this brass finish. The dark wood and the brass just really goes beautiful together. Now, this little vial right here, this is your little candle. It will take oil in the tank here, okay? Then you just unscrew the top, and it has this wick. It's very long wick. You can unscrew this piece to change out the wick, or to add oil. That screws that way, and the other one screws the opposite way. Now, I won't do an extreme. This display here, but I'll just show you how it's done. You light the wick with a match, and then of course you're gonna have to put your wax in there. So we go in our little drawer. And if there's any tiny little chunks that we can add, that would be great. In this case, there's not. So we'd have to take a block and either take a knife and chip some away, or just, break it off. Okay. So we have our broken off wax. We just lit our little lantern. That's the word I was looking for, lantern. Now we'll put our wax in here. Okay, and then, hold it about up this high. Because if the closer you hold it, it's going to start getting all black and residue. And okay, well, I think it should be melted by now. It is. So we pour it on our envelope, and we take our seal and we squish, and there it is. But this is a very nice set. What I'm going to do now is just take a closer look at everything. See if I can pinpoint some details that will let me know if it's legit or not. See if I can't pinpoint the details, see if it's legitimate or not. Okay, well, let's start off with this. Yeah, it's definitely brass. I don't see too much, quick manufacturing. You don't see any, just make sure it's not plated. It should be. That looks alright. That looks good as well. So what I'm looking for is just, things like different materials that the item is made out of. Designs, etc. Things like that, Things that pinpoint whether or not it's from a time frame or a time period. there's definitely some wear and tear on here. It's definitely been used. It's definitely wood. Definitely brass. Okay, let's take a look at the box itself. Right. Make sure there's no modern things going on here. Okay, looks good in there. Very nice. I do believe it is a legitimate piece. Everything is 100% time accurate. This little kit, I would probably price this at about $800 to $1,000. It's 100% accurate, 100% all there. It is a beautiful wax seal kit. As you can see, mine is a lot larger. Like I said, yours would be for like military officers, ship captains, you know, out in the field. Or this would be more like for in the office. Let me just show you. So, here we have the candle holder. Okay, so with this kit, it's a legit candle. Unlike the little oil lamp in the smaller kit. So, I had to place a candle in there. And of course the spoon's bigger as well. I don't have that with me, but same process. And then of course the wax seals have gotten a little larger as well. So here we have two wax seals. One is a fancy little design, and the other one is a maple leaf. But yeah, as you can see, very, okay. has this lid here, which you actually bring everything out. You put the candle here, and then you just use this as your little safety platform. So, is there any possible way that I can purchase those items from you today? Or at least offer you a trade? You're gonna hold on to it a little longer, huh? Well, I guess I can't blame you. You know, hold on to it for maybe 5, 10 more years. Prices might double. I mean, the more rare it is, or the more rare it becomes, the more valuable it becomes. So, alright, well, I'd hate to see you go with it all, but I completely understand. If you change your mind, though, you know where to find me. Oh, it was a pleasure meeting you as well. I loved when customers bring in some new items, especially some items that I've been searching for. So, well, you enjoy the rest of your day, and feel free to stop by anytime.